What's up, guys? I'm in Tampa. Oh boy, I gotta lose some weight. I'm really happy about having that on live stream. Oh, so it's kind of fun. It's kind of funny. I don't the guys over at Clay Clark's event have got all kinds of equipment on them, and one of the guys said to me, he goes, "You still gonna wear that utility belt tomorrow?" I was like, "Yeah, it's part of my uniform." Right? And he says to me, he's like, "Well, I got a lot of people complaining about it. Want to know what you're about?" I was like, "I'm MustangMedic." So it's early morning. It's 6:49 on Friday. The flight was fine. First day was interesting. I'm not used to not being able to video. I had a day of like going, I can't video. I can't video. I didn't know about this. Oh, here comes the birds again. We could do some bird watching. Let's do bird watching. They're looking at me. Let me turn the camera around. You know how much I love, I cut myself with a Bic razor. You know how much I love live streaming because it always looks so amateurish because I get the camera moving around, but good morning. You know what, let me put my glasses on. This is a view of the bridge. I'm staying at a friend Dave's house. I'm not gonna show his house, but he's got me in his RV, so I'm having an RV experience out here in Tampa. First time being in an RV. And let me put my glasses on if you guys got questions. I've gotten a lot of questions about, is DC closed while I'm gone? DC's not closed. The FBI building is not boarded up. Agents are going in and out the front door. Everything's normal. If anything, it's quiet. You know, it's more quiet than normal. Doesn't mean it's closed. The city's opening up. Government workers want to stay home because they've enjoyed being at home working from their desks. So I am seeing buildings that are the lights are on at night, so they're working late at night too. So DC is not closed. The FBI building is not boarded up. And somebody, I'm not going to say who the poster is, some of you can imagine, is posting stuff from January and early February and saying it's happening today, and it's not true. They're looking for headlines. They're looking for views. I just posted on the Telegram chat, like where I am in Florida, which is basically Tampa. This is a bridge that's being built, and traffic's starting to go. Trust the plan. The plan is come. The Netherlands. What's up, Netherlands? Greece. I understand. Oh, trust me. I would love for President Trump to come back. I'm looking for evidence. That's what I have to do. That's my responsibility. Hey, Central Florida. Dipsy. Oh, thank you, Norman. Thank you. Young James, what's up? I'm Old Will. Bird watching. Oh, man. I do not have a tripod, obviously. Look at those legs. Reminds me of my daughter, Sarah. Oh, he's hunting. Look, he's hunting. Oh, he got one. This is obviously a fishing hole inside this area of net. I tend to agree with you about 2024, but I think the midterms, 2022 is very important because when ready for this, when President Camilla Harris is in, we're going to need to have the House and the Senate. to control her. And I know that makes some of you cringe because we want President Trump to come back before 2024. And as I say to many people that are anons, I'm open to, I'll turn the camera around. I'm very open to President Trump coming back. It's funny with my neck. But there's no evidence that it's going to happen. There's hope. There's always hope. But no evidence. I think it's, what is it called? Hopium? Somebody said it's hopium, like taking opium and having hope. That because we want justice and we know what happened. On the main channel, there's just stuff I can't talk about. And, we all signed on a dotted line with Gmail. We made the agreement to let them monitor us and give up our freedoms and all that stuff. So I have to respect that. It is a capitalistic country, and we agreed to it. And there's no other competition at the moment to YouTube. I'm waiting for President Trump to start his channel. President Trump, I want to meet you, of course, like an interview, like every journalist does. And I would even meet with you privately, President Trump. I don't need to do this for the views. I know you are, President Trump, you are a magnet for views. And anything that you can get on President Trump, like say something about him, positive or negative, it goes to the roof. The interest is so huge for President Trump right now. That's why I believe he's staying quiet. I think it's intentional. He's choking off the media, and my prayer, President Trump, my prayer is that you're going to start a channel that can be monetized so people like me can continue to do this and be able to pay the bills and take care of my kids while I'm doing it. Because some people are surprised to find out this is my full-time job. Yeah, it's a full-time job. 6 months. 6 months of doing this. I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. It's an honor. I'm thrilled to be living this life right now, seeking the truth. I just feel like I know that I'm where I'm supposed to be. And I thank God for that every day. It's a little weird not being able to shoot video for the next 3 days. But I'm going to get what I can get at nighttime, like you guys saw the videos. We had a good time at the restaurant. All those people I had just met. I can't remember her name, but she starts busting out laughing when I got in the car with him. I'm like, yeah, let's go to dinner. And she's just like, this is so like you, Will. This is so like MustangMedic. I love people. I'm a people watcher. And I love people that work for the government that carry guns and are on the ground, because I know they'd risk their lives for me if somebody was coming to attack me. I mean, that, who could not value that? I feel safer in DC than I do in Florida. That's saying something, because a lot of people think DC is so bad. But I'm still approximating. I haven't got an exact number. Eventually I'll report it, but I think there's approximately 200 police stations in Washington, DC. There's a FBI police, Pentagon police, Capitol Police, Secret Service officers, Secret Service agents. The agents wear the suits. The officers wear the vests, and they're on the outside. Metropolitan Police. And I still see police cars with all different kinds of logos all over the place. Many buildings in DC have their own police force. So you can imagine how many police force there are. I think it feels like right now, because there's such a small population going in and out of DC, because it's still like kind of like the thing, that I say it's 50-50. I think it's like 50%. Oh, thank you for your donation. Sorry, I gotta tap the button. Oh, I gotta put my glasses on. You know how much I love to do that on video. I had LASIK done like 10 years ago, and it wore off with the short vision. Joe Biden is a disaster. Trump is our president. Joe Biden is a disaster, no question about it. President Trump is a great president. And at the moment, I have no evidence that he's in control of the military or anything. I hear lots of people saying to me, he's definitely in charge of the military. I've got some military sources. In the early days, I was hearing that he was. I'm not hearing it anymore. There's like no chatter of President Trump being in control of the military. And, you know, this is my point of view about President Trump being in control of the military at this moment. Would he let all of these Mexican babies be drowned in the Rio Grande? It's happening like every week, and the media's not reporting on it. I don't think he'd let that happen. I don't think there's sacrificial lambs or anything. They're just letting it happen. I would think they would intercede for human life, because we are to love the human race. It's not a Mexican thing or a white thing or a black thing or an Asian thing or a Middle Eastern thing, a Hindu thing, a Buddhist thing, or I'm going into religions, but oh, who's that bird? Hang on a second. Darn it. Oh, look at this guy. All right, he's looking at me. Let's do some, anyway, it's the human race. We are all creatures of the human beings of the Most High God. So, two people, one man, one woman, created 7.5 billion of us. They want to break us apart to control us. We need to discuss and unify with each other. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around, get off my face, and let's do a little bit of bird watching. I think this is the same bird as yesterday. He's looking at me. This is kind of a unique video for me. I was used to seeing DC and buildings and statues and everything, and here we are doing bird watching. You never know what you're going to see on MustangMedic, right? That's part of what I enjoy about it. Hopefully you do too. They're fishing. He's fishing. Look, he's looking. He's looking. He's looking. He's there. Yeah, got away. Got over here. Look at them fishing. Look at them. They're all just like waiting. They're all waiting for their prey. Got one. My dad would love this. He loves these birds. All right, I got my glasses back on, guys. Do you have any questions for me? Even the birds are waging that Trump will be back in office. I hear you. I understand. You love birds sing? I know what you mean. I'm in Tampa because I'm here for the Freedom Conference, Clay Clark's Freedom Conference in Tampa. They brought me in as a VIP guest. I am not speaking, but I am meeting a lot of people that watch Mustang Medic, and they're taking pictures with me. I had 2 people ask for autographs. I was so honored. I'm like, wow, you guys want my autograph? First time people have actually asked me for my autograph. I've been doing videos for 10 years, and I just thought that was neat. And I was like, I'm honored that anybody wants to take a picture with me. I think it's cool. Great people. A lot of support, a lot of people being very uplifting to what I'm doing out here in DC, and maybe God has this set up for me just to be great conference. What is the agenda? They're talking about all the things I can't talk about. Thank you, young James. Love you back. They're talking about all the things I can't say on this live stream because I'm on YouTube. So you guys can fill in the blanks and don't text about it, okay? You know what I mean? Do I have a helicopter? Helicopter. An everyday occurrence in DC. I don't know about Florida. Thank you, Norman. I appreciate that. You guys are cool. You guys, I mean, the support. It's cool because with the amount of hate that comes my way for like trying to be a unifier, it's so cool how God brings people like you, Norman, into my life just to keep me motivated. I really appreciate that. Do you know when you have the feeling that things that won't ever happen? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Chris, but you ever have the feeling where you know you're where you're supposed to be? You know, I'm a Christian, and you can have this perspective, I guess, without knowing God, but I just feel like good morning, Ryan. I just feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. I mean, Tampa, I don't know. They're asking me about my belt. They're going, here, I'll give you a visual of what I look like today. It's kind of funny. I went semi-militant because I wanted to, thank you. I wanted to, thank you, Mary. I appreciate that very much. All right, here's my what I'm wearing today, because they were asking me if I was going to wear my belt again, because everybody's asking who's this guy with the belt. Ready? I went with the 511s and the shorts because it's hotter than Hades out here. It's hot. I mean, it's humid. Oh, I'm live streaming. You want to get into my live stream, Bob? You don't want to get in the live stream? No? All right. It's hotter than Hades. It's humid. Mosquitoes are flying around. There's birds everywhere, and I'm at a big church event. It's a big church, and that's what we're doing. On the dock? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, you might be able to see more water life. I don't know if you can get the
you don't want to say hi to him for a second? No? Okay. I'll follow you. Go ahead. I'll keep you off camera. No, if you don't want to be videoed, I'm not going to video you. You don't give 2 shits? Bob is a friend of Dave's, and a great guy and a good host, and he makes really good coffee, and he burned his ribs yesterday. I missed the ribs because I was you guys probably saw the video of the singing of the national anthem. If you haven't seen that video on the main channel, I have to say main channel. If I say backup 2, backup 3, backup 4, those are the other channels that we're setting up to try to, as I get strikes, because I'm not gonna make my content. I'm not gonna just go totally safe. I have to report the truth, the best way I know how under these current circumstances. We'll just keep doing backups and see if we can just stay online. We gotta jump the fence?
No, well, if you want to go over it, you can, or you can go under it.
Under it?
Well, no, see where it is?
Oh, man, I don't want to get all wet in there. You're going underneath? I think I'm gonna jump the fence.
You gotta get low right here, that's all.
I think I can jump it. Here, I'm gonna turn the camera around and you can video me jumping the fence. So if I hit the ground, everybody can laugh.
See,
All right, hang on. I'm gonna turn the camera around.
it's easy for me, but I'm a little smaller.
All right, here. Just aim here, aim it at me.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Here he goes.
Turn back up. So get a good shot.
Yeah.
You got me?
Yep.
Oh man! I bet your fence.
That's all right.
I bet the fence.
It's all right. It'll go back in.
Almost killed me.
All right, let's do this later.
I'm doing it.
You're doing. That's gonna sink on you. You better get it.
All right, go. All right, ready?
Why don't we just get you a ladder?
I can do it. All I can do is I can encourage you. It says no trespassing. Are we trespassing? The mosquitoes are trespassing?
No, I got permission to be out here.
All right. I don't want to get shot here, you know what I mean?
He's in Tennessee.
I'm just kidding.
He's in Tennessee, and I told him I was going to come over
Yeah, mosquitoes are bad.
here. Oh yeah, they're bad.
They're bad.
I got. I should have put some off on.
Oh.
The wind fucking comes.
Well, you are watching Tampa, Florida. This is MustangMedic in Tampa for the Freedom Conference, Clay Clark's Freedom Conference 2021. So it's a live stream, and I'm just sharing my morning before I go to the conference, giving you guys a different visual that you're used to seeing because, you know, I'm Washington, D.C. That's where I reside. And this is a bridge being built. Yeah, I'm having fun. How do I say this? It's like, I feel like I'm like, oh man, what the heck? I feel like, I don't know how to explain it. I know I'm supposed to be back in DC. I know I'm supposed to be there. I do have people that I've made friends with over this past 6 months that I can contact and find out what's going on in DC. So DC's open. It's not closed. The FBI office is open. It's not closed. It's not boarded up. People are using old footage from January and February when it was boarded up. It was boarded up then, and they're saying it's boarded up now. If you find out, like, if you see something and you go, is this true? Reach out to me. I'm the guy on the ground. I will go there if I can, and I'll video it. Obviously can't do it right now, I'm in Tampa. But I'll be back on Sunday night, and I think that God has me here just to meet people face to face that watch the videos and just say to me that they appreciate what I'm doing, because I'm feeling very I'm always looking for confirmations from God about where I'm going and what I'm doing. And this trip in one day has confirmed for me that I'm definitely in his will, no pun intended. And I'm very motivated, very excited about this. I believe we're in historic times in our country. This is not normal with, you know, what happened with the election and everything. And I think there's a great number of people, I think there's over 100 million people in this country that know something's not right. Maybe more, probably more. I'm talking to Democrats that know what's up, and they feel good about it. They're like, yeah, it happened. It's over the election again. Well, I guess I'm gonna cut this short. I hang out with my friend Bob, my new friend Bob. Are you my friend, Bob? Are you my friend? Kinda? All right, I'll take that. And I'm trying to get permission. It's a video. It's a private event, so it's unique. You know, when I'm in DC, I can video anything I want. I got my First Amendment rights. But out of respect to Clay and the team, with their security people telling me not to video, that's what I'm doing. I do have a request into video, of course, because that's what I do, as you know. Oh man, the fish are jumping. Hang on, let me turn this around. I got some jumping fish here. Let me put my glasses on there. Norman Smith, thank you for your donation. Please visit Wilmington, North Carolina on the way back to DC. I'll give you a tour of the battleship North Carolina. Oh yeah, I was on the battleship New Jersey, which is in Camden. I did some videos on that when I was in there. I'm flying, so it's not a road trip. So I'm gonna just fly overhead. Maybe next time. Yeah, fishing's relaxing, Mary. Yeah, I mean, Washington, D.C. is a district. It's not a state. Virginia and Maryland gave up portions of it. It's 10 square miles. And it was set up that way because it's just unconstitutional to make the seat of government, which many people argue if it's the seat of government or not, a state. But all their license plates say representation without taxation without representation. So a number of DC people want statehood. But let's face it, it's just the Democrats wanting 2 more Senate seats. That's what it is. Because I think the vote for Hillary Clinton was 97% during the first election with President Trump in DC. So I'm definitely a minority. But I'm okay with it. I've always been okay with being a minority, even though I'm a white guy. But I'm an evangelical, so I'm used to being a minority. Coming in. Incoming. Say that again about building an FBI building in the southern states. Send me intel on that. What's wrong with Florida? What's wrong with Florida, Bob? They're asking what's wrong with Florida.
No, nothing. The people down here are a little bit strange. That's all.
How strange?
They're like insecure, maybe. Maybe not insecure.
They're a little bit paranoid?
Yeah.
I thought that was like a DC thing, though. You think Florida's more paranoid?
Yeah.
Bob says Florida is more paranoid,
Yeah.
and he's on the ground in Florida, in Tampa.
Just a lot of people down here from the south, and they don't trust.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
don't trust Northerners.
I didn't feel trusted. I didn't feel too trusted at the conference.
Yeah, right,
They were all kind of looking at me sideways with my utility belt.
Yeah, they're strange. I mean, once you meet them a couple different times, then they open up to you.
They start to open up,
Yeah,
but it takes a little while.
Yeah, it takes a little while. People out fishing.
Yeah, they didn't even wave back to you.
Oh, yeah, the guy.
Did he wave?
Yeah, he waved.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Going fishing.
Damn Yankees. Kendi said, "Damn Yankees." That's funny. Somebody called me a Yankees. I'm from South Jersey. I thought it was funny. The conference was good. It rained heavily. I'm gonna turn the camera around, then I guess I'll close. The conference was great. For me, I mean, I'm not gonna keep mentioning the video thing, but for me, it was great just meeting people that are viewers and them coming up to me and just thanking me for what we're doing. And I say we're doing because I really view all of you on YouTube, on Telegram, on Facebook, and everything.
What size is that catfish?
That's not a catfish. Is that a catfish?
Yeah, that's catfish.
Oh, did you see that catfish? Look like a shark.
Yeah.
That was a catfish.
That's catfish.
Dang.
Yeah.
I hope I caught that on video. I couldn't turn the camera around, so I tried to catch it with this lens. Did you guys see that catfish? Give me 3 thumbs up if you saw the catfish in the video. I guess I could look back at it. All right, we're gonna do some catfish looking. That was a big fish. I don't think I've ever seen a catfish that big.
I caught him out here.
That big?
Oh yeah, I caught him like this.
Do you eat them?
No, I took him back. Nah, help the environment. I'm not.
Are you? You're a tree hugger? Are you a tree hugger?
No, not really.
Not really?
Tree hugger, but
No. You're a catfish lover.
I catch him with two, but if I caught a big marlin,
A marlin, you'd eat that sucker? You bludgeon him to death and eat him?
it'd be in the frying pan.
I got distracted. What was I talking about? This is like, I feel like I'm in a wildlife preserve right now. This is pretty cool. I totally forgot what I was saying. The good thing about being 56 and having some kind of short-term memory a little bit, is that the people that annoy you, you forget about them. So that's the advantage of having somewhat short-term memory as you get older. Happens to the best of us. That's what they say. Although Donald Trump is brilliant. I mean, he's sharp as a tack at his age. It's amazing. I know some people cringe when they hear that, but gotta speak the truth. I think we're done. Now I remember. I was talking about the conference. It was great meeting a lot of people that come up and be like, "You're Mustang Medic, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." And again, this thing that I'm doing, Mustang Medic, is not about me. The moment I make it about me, although some people think it's about me, God's going to close the doors. It has to be about seeking the truth and us working as a team to find it and reporting it. And I know that God keeps putting these stories in front of me, because if you look at the playlist and everything on Mustang Medic, I mean, you couldn't schedule this stuff that God keeps putting right in front of me, to the point of like doing the motorcade cruising around me on 95. I'm getting eaten alive by bugs. I'm probably losing weight with all these mosquitoes. Huh? Yeah, they're all over us.
Oh, I know, yeah.
I'm gonna be itching. Man, they're on my fingers. There's a lot of bugs out here. It's very moist. It's very moist, damp, and humid in Florida. Huh?
Because it rained last night.
Is that because that's it?
Yeah.
It seemed pretty swampy before it rained.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if the sun was out, we wouldn't be getting bit up.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. But now that it's cloudy.
Yeah, they said it's gonna be cloudy all day. Yeah, the weather report for Tampa is cloudy all day, rain around 4 o'clock again. It rained last time. I'll be totally spontaneous. I'll try to do some videos if I can from the outside of the event, and then I'll do some videos again in the evening to see what's going to happen then. I try to go without plans, because I just want to be in the flow of what God wants me to do. I feel very comfortable in going to places and not sure where I'm going to stay or what I'm going to do. I like it. Oh, he's hunting. Hang on, bird watching. Here we go. trying to steady my camera. There you go. This kind of reminds me of Vladimir Putin and talking to Biden. Can you imagine being a fly on the wall, listening to what Vladimir Putin said to Biden in their closed-door meeting? Can you imagine? That would be gold. I would love to see that. Something tells me we're not going to ever see that. I watched a documentary on Vladimir Putin and what he did. You know, all right. I'll catch up with you. I'm taking the hits for the team. But Vladimir Putin is not stupid. And what did he say, which I loved? He goes, "Biden is no Trump." Isn't that what he said, Vladimir Putin? I mean, he makes it so clear and crisp, his points. Hunting. He's hunting. Oh, you can almost see that. Yeah, you can. It's a little bright water break. So if you guys just tuned in, this is MustangMedic. I'm not in Washington, D.C. I'm based out of Washington, D.C. I'm in Tampa, Florida. I'm here for Clay Clark's Health and Freedom Conference. I'm on the second day, and it's early morning. It starts at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so I got up at like 5 and or 4:30 is when I woke up, and I'm hanging out with my new friend Bob, and Dave is hosting me here at the event. So I thought I'd do a little bird watching and show you what it's like in Tampa, Florida. Give you a little nature preserve stuff going on here. I do have contacts within DC. DC is open. The FBI building is not boarded up. If you question my truthfulness, you can see a video that I shot a couple of days ago. We did a drive around the FBI building. I've seen agents going in and out, so it is occupied. It's not closed off. Whoever's telling you that's lying to you, and I recommend not watching them. I don't know who they are, but if you get lied to, I'm personally, for me, once it's done. But if you're watching a channel and they lie to you 3 times, I would recommend leaving them. I would recommend the same thing for me. If I lie to you, leave this channel. But I am not going to lie. I'm answering to God, no one else, and obviously I'm staking my reputation on that. He's hunting. He hasn't struck yet. He's just waiting.
Because there's all those little tiny shiners are in there.
Yeah.
But they're not going to shore.
Oh, that's what he's waiting for.
They're actually out a little bit.
He's watching them, right? You can see it. You can see him watching them.
Yeah. See,
he's shopping.
But they're not going in. See that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fish eating other fish. But those little ripples that you see are little tiny fish.
I want to just get one strike so I can stop being eaten by these mosquitoes.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm heading back.
All right, I think I'm gonna head back too.
You got all day tomorrow. I tell you what, you never know what you're gonna see when you come out here.
Yeah, if I got any blood left, you know.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, there's I left the off on the table.
Okay.
Outside underneath that tent.
All right, it's Tampa, Florida. Oh, there goes the guys in the boat again. Action shot in Tampa. Not quite as interesting as DC, but I'm gonna shoot what I got. That didn't sound right. I'm gonna video what I have. I gotta stop saying shooting, especially in DC. Oh boy. You know what? The live streaming for me is always tough because I'm an editor, and I like to edit my stuff because I've had like 34 years of marketing experience. I've done 8,000 videos on MustangMedic, mostly Ford Mustangs at the time. Always go. All right, wait, we got one more shot here. He's going deep. Let's see what happens. Yeah, he's in stealth mode. Again, I keep thinking of Vladimir Putin. I don't know why. He's going. You know what this reminds me of? Actually, Camilla Harris. This reminds me of Camilla Harris a little bit. The fish is Joe. Look at him, look at him, look at him. I don't think he could stand any more still. Oh! Did he get it? Did he get it? I think he missed. He missed. Man. All right, we got a barge shot here. I'm always looking for something interesting. I missed that statement about Mustang. My channels are what? I missed that. Put my glasses on. Give me a second.
I'm getting out of here.
All right, I'll be right in.
You gonna be able to jump that fence easy, or?
I'll make it work. I'll figure it out. Tanks in California. Haven't heard about tanks in California. Say, whoever made that comment about my channels, would you please make it again so I can see it? Oh, there were tanks in California on a train. If anybody's got any footage of that, I'd like to see that. And it's got to be the date stamped live stream or something, because a lot of people are using all kinds of timed footage. California is a big state. I thought maybe we should just take the wall and just go up Nevada and just see what happens. Good morning. Yep, conference today. City Mouse. I like that name. I know, you know what I mean? Everything, I'm telling you, I really believe, thank you, Stuart. I really believe that in time, because more and more people are coming to me to check out what's going on in DC when they see a story, and I can go there usually and get video, or I've got sources, but I try not to I try to get video and not sources, because I'm not expecting you to trust me. I'm expecting to report the truth. I always say, if somebody lies to you 3 times online, let them go. Rowers. I guess I kind of am expecting you to trust me now that I think about it. In time, if you're pessimistic or suspicious, you will see that I tell the truth. So help me God. U-turn. They probably weren't expecting to get video today. Rose, thank you so much. Actually, Rose, you have the same name as one of our bots on Telegram. The reason I'm in Tampa, I've said it a couple times, I know a lot of people just join in. I'm in Tampa because of the Clay Clark's Freedom Conference. I was invited as a guest to it. So I flew out on Wednesday and I'm going back. I'll be back on Sunday. I found out when I got here that I can't video in the event, which I didn't know. So I'm meeting a lot of people that are viewers. So I'm just looking at it. My point of view is that God wants me here to just have confirmation that I'm doing the right thing by viewers coming up to me and giving me feedback, which has been very cool. Thank you, Jason. Twin Dad? I don't know Twin Dad. A lot of people ask me about other people that are on YouTube, and it's going to sound strange. God is great, Tammy. I don't watch other people's videos. I sometimes watch Liberal Hive Mind because he's got some great in-depth coverage. I recommend him. And he's got, I mean, again, the numbers don't matter. It's the messaging. But he's got like 750,000 followers. He's got like 750,000 followers. And Penguin 6 is a friend of mine. Andrew and I have become friends over this period of time. He's been in DC for much longer than I have. But he and I are supportive of each other, of stories. So I like Penguin 6 online. I recommend him. And sometimes Tucker Carlson, he's been digging deep, which I appreciate. Hannity, I don't know. I think Hannity's made so much money that I'm not seeing as nearly as cutting edge as Tucker is. So I'm hanging out in the morning before the conference at 10 o'clock, which I may go dark. I'll try. I think I've got some footage, older footage that I haven't posted from DC. I might post today. I like to do, on average, 3 to 4, maybe 5 videos a day. I do this full time. My name's William Wheating, MustangMedic. I live in DC. I'm 5 minutes away from the Capitol. I got here on January 6th for the rally, and I never left. God told me to stay. It's been an adventure. The playlists are very interesting. The stuff that gets on playlists are stuff that's like, I don't know. You know what? Yeah, breaking stories. If you look at breaking stories playlist, I think you'll find it interesting. God has put me in spots where I'm just amazed that I was able to video it. Everything is spontaneous, first take, because I want to keep it real. And Clown Mark is pro-choice. I just want everybody to know. I am not. I do not believe in killing the unborn. So I'm a Christian. Everybody is God's creation, and I don't believe they should be killed in the womb either. So that's my point of view. I don't know about magnetic meat. Don't know about that. Yes, don't back. Can't say that stuff. But yes, I agree. No squirt. Yeah, I mean, the pro-choice thing is like, I understand the whole women's rights thing and everything, but if I can't support. I support free speech and everything, but I can't support the killing of a human being. And the human being, science is got to prove it right. Once those cells split, it's a human being. Thank you, Jason. Get some bug spray. Watch out for that fence. That was funny. Thank you for your donation. I really appreciate it. It's people like you that keep me in DC, and I'm very grateful. Guys, some people give me flack for asking for money, and at first it was very awkward because I've never asked for money before, but I want to stay independent because straight up, let me turn the camera around. This is kind of funny. Let's face it, I don't think Jim Acosta is really as dumb as he appears to be. I think he's being told what to say when he was inspiring, going after President Trump and being really obnoxious. I just can't believe he's that dumb. And maybe he is. But if I go to a network, let's say Fox News, heck, any big network, I'm not gonna mention all the names, and they hire me to do reporting, they're gonna say, Will, say that the sky is pink. And they'll be paying me a lot of money, I'm assuming. That's a nice assumption, right? So I'll be like this. I'll do Fox News. This is William Wheaton from Fox News. The sky is pink. Thanks, guys. And I'll make money, but I'll throw away my integrity. So by you giving like a little $5 or something to me, it gives me an opportunity to stay independent and do, Tampa's kind of it's not really a news report necessarily. It's conference. It's my first conference I've ever gone to. And if they don't bear fruit for you, the viewer, I'm not going to keep doing them, because the way I look at this is that God told me to report the truth. So when I report the truth, I know that I'm within His will. And it's a very good feeling to know that you're within God's will. And you know the feeling when you're like, I know I'm supposed to be here. I know I'm supposed to be doing that. I have felt that way since January 6th. I got to the rally. And as I was driving to the rally, I picked my friend up from Baltimore. She lives in Las Vegas. That was the first indicator I thought maybe it was going to be a big rally, when somebody was coming from Las Vegas. And she had a hotel. I didn't set up the hotel. I didn't know where I was going to stay in DC. I went to 2 other rallies, the Prayer March and Stop the Steal. I went to those 2 rallies, and this was going to be my 3rd. And then everything went down. I was nowhere near the Capitol. I was between the Ellipse, which is in the back of the south side of the White House, where Marine One lands, and the Washington Monument. So I went nowhere near the Capitol. When President Trump said, let's go march peacefully to the Capitol, I was like, oh, thank God, the crowd's going to let up. Thank God I didn't have to go to the bathroom. There was no moving. It was packed shoulder to shoulder. It was like human lava. Like we were getting moved around by the weight of the crowd. I've never been in such a packed area ever. And I felt like I'm not going to be, I was like, I don't think I'm going home. So my first assumption was I was going to go home in a box. Somebody's going to blow themselves up at the rally and I was going to die. But I was just kind of like okay with it. I have no fear. There's been a few times where I've recognized that I might be in danger in DC, but I haven't dealt with any real fear, And then on the 7th, I was standing by the Washington Monument by myself at like 9:30 at night, and I cried out. I said, God, no videos, nothing. I have conversations with God all the time. I don't video everything. There's lots of conversations. There's probably, I want to say 60 to 70% of the stuff that goes on in DC is not on video that I'm getting information on, because I can't share it because people don't want to be on video. And also I have to protect sources so I'm getting a lot of information that I can't share, but I can share it certain ways in the way I present things, and it protects the source and it gets the information out and it gets it out on YouTube, which is kind of amazing. So I'm sitting there in front of the Washington Monument, and I'm just like, God, this is a Christian country. It was based on Christian men. Are they perfect? No, none of us are perfect. We're all born in sin. We're all sinners. Anybody that says they're not a sinner is lying to themselves. Sin is selfishness. So if you got any selfish desires, you're a sinner. Just face it. And if you don't think you're selfish, then pray, and you'll find out you are. But I said to God, this is a Christian country. What's going on? We're losing the First Amendment. We are losing the First Amendment with the slippery slope of hate speech. It's a Marxist manifesto of socialism. Is happening in my lifetime. I'm 56 years old. I'm 56 years old. And I thought about my daughters and my son. And my daughters are 15 and 14 right now. And are they going to have to whisper when they're my age at 56? Oh, I support this person in politics, or I support this. At the risk of getting arrested? It is a slippery slope, and we're on the edge of it right now. We are in a historic time in our country. It ain't no joke. A lot of people are like, oh, go back to work, forget it, we lost, it's stolen, la 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 la. I'm done with politics. I'm so sick of it. Da, 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 da. You can do that But you're going to find out that your life is going to get affected in ways you can't imagine. Because you have to remember the line right now. And this is hard for people to accept. But President Biden is in the office. He's there. I've talked to Secret Service agents. You see him all the time at the White House. He's there. So all these people that are going, no, he's not there. He's there. I know it from the ground. How do you know, Will, that they're not lying to you? Because I'm getting in relationship with these people. They ain't moles. They're not secret agents. They're guys on the ground. Boat. What's up, guys? They can't hear me. Go under the bridge. These guys are on the ground. They're real guys. I've got the Holy Spirit in me. I'm a Christian, right? Holy Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. And it's very, very active with me. I can pick out BS in like about under 30 seconds if someone's lying to me. And I know it, and I know it. And I'm not deceived. I know it. They're being straight with me, and I'll be in a conversation. I was saying this yesterday. I'll be in a conversation for like an hour, smoking a cigar, hanging out with agents that are like, hey, Will, what's up? They know me by my first name now. And they're great guys. I mean, there's a couple jerks. I've said thank you for your service, and they've ignored me. But there's always going to be a couple jerks somewhere. But for the most part, the Secret Service officers, which are the people that are in the uniform that are on the outside, the Secret Service agents are wearing bad suits on the inside of the White House, which I haven't gotten there yet, working on that. Might get more challenging as it goes on. But I'll be like, listen, I'm going to ask kind of a reporter question. If you don't want to say anything, I understand it, out of respect. I don't want to like ruin the relationship by being like, oh, tell me what's going on. I'll be like, listen, how many are you seeing Joe Biden all the time in the White House? Because people are saying that he's not in the White House. And they're like, yeah, he's in the White House all the time. They laugh at me. They think it's ridiculous that I ask these questions. And I'm like, I got to ask this because my audience is saying that he's not. And they're like, yeah, he's in the office. And they chuckle. All of them chuckle when I ask the question. I read that. You can read it any way you want to. I read it as that they think it's ridiculous. And I videoed Joe Biden coming out of the front of the White House to do a rose garden. You guys saw that long lens shot. I think if you search MustangMedic long lens, it's a long video, but it's a live stream. And I sat there for 2.5 hours waiting for him to come out that front door. Got it. And then I videoed him getting out of a black SUV and walking into Marine One and flying. When they show reports of Joe Biden like coming back into the White House, a lot of people are saying Castle Rock, California, fake White House. So I'm on the ground at the White House showing a video of of Marine One coming in and people getting out. Most of it's long lens shots. I haven't got press credentials yet, working on that. But I've been so busy doing videos and so much has been coming up on me that I haven't even gone and really made an effort. There's 2 newspapers that I can do a story on. I can do a story and they'll print it in South Carolina, and it will help me get my press credentials, but I haven't done it. Like I want to do a story about my experience, of course, at the rally, the infamous rally. And I want to do a story of my walk with God and trusting Him and stepping out and doing this and doing it full time. So I'm going to do those 2 stories. I'm working on that. I just have to write it. I got to sit down and write. Obviously, I do a lot of video. So when I said at the Washington Monument, this is a Christian country, I'm like, God, this is a Christian country. What is going on? What's going on? And I heard from God. He said, show them. Just show them. That's what I heard. Show them. And I decided to give up my format, give up the 7,600 videos. I mean, they're still up. You can see that was a good thing when I got investigated by the FBI. They laughed because my whole life's been on video. It's not hard to know what I've been doing. I just decided to start showing them. So I did some funny videos that were Trump related. Like, if you guys watch it, the early days, like January 7th, I think you can search videos by date. And I'm literally holding a "Don't Tread on Me" flag in front of the Washington Monument going, I'm the only Trump supporter here. There's nobody here. And people were laughing. It was pretty funny. And then I walked out in front of Antifa. They were doing a big shoot with a whole bunch of people. And Took my Trump flag and my American flag. They were car flags, the ones that fit in the glass. And I walked right in the middle of them. They put all their signs in front of me. One of them tried to elbow me. They're a bunch of kids. And then I guess the real tipping point was when I shot the video on January 20th at 12:30 a.m. to 5 a.m. on the north side of the Capitol. And if you guys haven't seen that video, I think it's got a couple million views now. I mean, I think I've got 27 million total views. I have to look on social. You guys can look up Social Blade on any YouTuber you're interested in, or what their numbers are and how they trend. Go to socialblade.com, socialblade.com, and you can look at what I'm doing and everybody else is doing on numbers. So don't let anybody lie to you. Some people hide their subscribers and say they got millions when they've got like 400. Nothing wrong with having 400, but if you're hiding it to create an image that you have millions, then no bueno. So I did the video on the 20th, and it was funny because the Capitol Police asked me for my phone number, and I set it to a live stream with 15,000 people. I've never had it that big of a live stream again. I had 15,000 people looking through my little lens on my iPhone 10. And I videoed it, a 3-part series, because I got knocked off. When I get phone calls, you get knocked off of live streams. And when I got back at 5 o'clock, I knew something big had happened. And a lot of people, I never knew about super chats. I knew about super chats because I sent like $20 to I think it's Josh at Epic Times. I was impressed with what the work he was doing, so I was sending him donations. So I had a sense of it. Well, guys, I had no money. And that one chat, because it was so huge, I'm going to say it on live stream because I really believe in transparency, $4,700 came in. And when I didn't know it, I had no idea. I got back to the hotel at 5 a.m. and I had 700 text messages on my phone because I said my phone number because there was so many people on the live stream. It took me 3.5 weeks to get through every one of those texts. Some people were really angry with me that I didn't respond right away. I was like, I'm got a lot going on. It's just me. And that $4,700 was the base that allowed me to stay at the hotel. I got a military rate because I'm a firefighter. I'm a past firefighter, EMT. I was a volunteer firefighter, and I was a paid EMT in South Jersey. And I felt an obligation to stay because if I would have left New Jersey and went back to New Jersey with that $4,700 and lived, I don't know how long, it definitely would have lasted longer than being in DC. It would have been a misappropriation of funds, and I couldn't do that. I felt obligated to stay, and God was telling me to stay. So I tried to explain that to my mother. She freaked out. I was divorced, 2 girls. That I do in the past. Everybody's like, he's not gonna, if he's sweeping floors, he's not gonna stay. Look at his videos. So I was having a hard time getting a job. I was trying, and I worked, and I did landscaping, kicking my butt at 56, but I honored God, and I worked as hard as I could. I was out working 18-year-olds because they're just like wanted to sneak around the corner and be on the phone. And then, because of my prayer, this is before I went to DC, I'm backing up. Because of my prayer, God, close the doors where you don't want me to go and motivate me to do your will. That's my prayer every day. I recommend it for everybody. It's a simple prayer. Just say, God, close the doors where you don't want me to go and motivate me to do your will. When you do that, and somebody's like, screw you, Will, get out of here. I hate you. You're a DICK. I go, okay, cool. God closed the door. I'm unaffected for the most part by rejection. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be times where I'm going to get rejected and it's going to make me go, But when somebody closes the door or doesn't want to do an interview or I just look at it as God's will. And it keeps me so at peace with rejection that it makes me bold because I'm not afraid of being rejected. And doors are opening up much faster because I don't really have any fear. And if you reject me, I'm just like, okay, take it easy, man. Which drives people crazy because they want me to get upset. It's like, no. So I'm just out here doing God's will. I'm in Tampa. I feel like I need to get back to DC. I obviously am drawn to that city. that District of Columbia, not a state. And if you look at my interviews, I can interview liberal people, Biden supporters, I can interview Trump haters, I can interview Trump lovers, and I'm showing an example of listening. I'm not out to argue. I'm not doing, oh, you're an idiot. I don't do any of those things. I want everyone to have a voice because I believe that when we listen to each other, we can grow together. We have to start to listen. They want us divided. Them, the powers that be in DC, want the American people divided to control us. We have to stop it. They don't want this message out that I'm saying, and I take some hits from it on big tech. But I am a unifier, and these are the 4 tenets of MustangMedic. I'll close on this, and I'll go drink another cup of coffee and get ready to go into the conference. 1, I changed it to 4. I used to have 3. I got to change my cards. 1, we are all related to each other. One man, one woman created 7.5 billion of us. We're all related. So the darkest person in Nigeria and the whitest person in Germany or Switzerland are related. We are the human race. Okay? That's a big unifier. It resonates with everybody of every color because we feel better when we are together. We do. It sucks being a divider, and when you are a unifier, it's emotionally moving, and you can feel the energy of simply listening. Number 2, we can all listen to each other. In other words, let the person finish their sentence. Let them say a thought, give it a second, ponder what they said, and then respond calmly. 3, we can respectfully disagree and still respect each other. You can love Joe Biden. I don't think a large part of my audience loves Joe Biden here. But if you love Joe Biden, I can still respect the fact that you think that way. I want to know. I don't have a lot of respect for the man. I really would like to learn why you respect him. And if it's based on fact, then we can have a conversation, we can grow. And then the final one, number 4, which may be the most important, and it sounds like a Beatles song, I always say that. We can love one another. Simply uplift somebody. Walk by, say, oh, I like your jacket. I like your shoes. Nice smile. Appreciate what you're doing. I do it all the time with everybody, all the officials on the ground, any government worker, any guard of a building. I'm always like, appreciate you. Appreciate you. It's so simple to do. And who's not going to feel good about being appreciated? So we're all related. We need to listen. We can respectfully disagree, and we can love one another. That's what MustangMedic's about, guys. Appreciate all of you. Thank you for letting me talk here in Tampa by a river. I think I lost about 4 pounds by the mosquitoes, so I'm going to be itching later tonight. Not a concern. I want to be back in DC for you. I have sources. DC is open. Okay? DC is open. The FBI building's open. It's not boarded up. And you'll see it from me on Monday when I go to the White House and do my White House report every day almost. I've made friends with Don, the truth conductor, and Filipos, who's a full-time protester there. Great guy. I'm learning so much from the protesters of what's going on in Iraq right now. A lot of Iranians are killing Iraqis. It's terrible. Children are dying in the Rio Grande in Mexico. This is stuff that's not being reported on mainstream media every day. You can see that on the live stream. Crisis at the border. I recommend watching it because it's a deputy talking. It's not me talking. It's a deputy talking from his experience on the ground in McAllen, Texas, or close to McAllen, Texas. His identity's protected. He's not in McAllen, Texas, but he's very close. And the truth will set you free. I'll end on that. God bless, guys. Know that you're appreciated. Thank you for watching till the end, if you're still watching. And know that I'm here for you. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.